Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Shane Guilford and you've joined us for round 2 of our V8 Championship for 2023. We're at Melbourne Park this week, just before the F1 guys get here. So we're looking forward to this track. Beautiful circuit, nice flowing circuit as we can see it in the background on the new section there. It's going to provide lots of drafting and heavy braking into the next left-hander. But it's second round. The first one didn't go too well for us, but we've made some upgrades to the PC and the internet, so we're hoping to handle all the cars that have joined us here tonight and deliver you one of the best streams out there for R Factor 2. We're here tonight thanks to MJ Build, giving away $100 per round this season in the V8 Championship. $50 going out to the winner of the round, 30 going to second and 20 going to third. So the boys are keen to grab some of that cash. It is round 2. We've got the boys in qualifying at the moment, so they're pretty much out on their outlap at the moment, so we haven't got any times posted. See who's out there and introduce some of the guys that have joined us tonight, some internationals, which we're excited to see. On screen is our resident driver, David Baker, in the Entertainment Park Ford Mustang. He made some improvements through the practice session, so he's hoping to get himself further up the field this week. He wasn't too happy with Newcastle, so he's really keen to make amends this week. Round 2 with 2 minutes to go. Not getting any timing, which is a bit of a worry. I don't know if it's because the guys haven't posted a clean lap at this stage. I'll just check some other systems to let us know if there have been any valid laps posted. It is a tough track on track limits. And I'm seeing sectors made this lap, so they should start filing in, but geez, they've left it to the last minute. James Spotto, first one, posting a lap 146. And Vlad Tokarev, our Russian counterpart, has joined us all the way from Russia. He's not just a Russian name, he's definitely driving us with us from Russia. So I'll keep an eye on his ping to see whether it's good for the other guys and not jumping around too much. Pretty consistent. We'll see what the other boys say. We'll go through the others. Craig Broadbent, our championship defending champion, sporting the number 1 on his car tonight to indicate that he's the current champion. Everyone will be able to get him. Vlad Tokarev doing a great job. David Baker up in a P3 at the moment. He'll be pumped with that. Matthew Pritchard in the Walkinshaw. It's up in a P5. So I was a bit worried about the timing sector's not working, but here they come. They're coming through with 5 seconds to go to cross the line. These guys will be pumping out another hot lap. Matt Collins moving up in a P3, our series sponsor for MJ Build. There he is on screen in the MJ Collins livery. If I'm making pauses in the commentaries, because I'm, what do you call it, multitasking. So I do apologise if I'm slowing down, but I'm just doing something in the background. Okay, so we've got the last few guys rolling around. James Delaney. Let's see if he crosses the line and gets further up towards the front. He does deserve to be up there. As I say that, he snuck in a P3 right at the last minute there. You saw that live on air. Eric Chandra, where's he going to finish up? And he moves up in a P6. So not a bad result for him. These boys, he's actually, Eric Chandra's racing with us from Indonesia. Our other international is Ludwig Askinas. And from memory, I think he's Polish, but I'll confirm that for you guys at home. So a good crowd of 16 driving with us at the moment tonight. Just going to make a couple of changes. Boys are in warm-up at the moment. So we'll just check a couple of pit stops for the boys, making sure they're ready to go for the main race. And we'll get going. For the first race, it goes on quali results, which I'll just record. The results there. Actually, I'll bring them up for you guys at home so you can be with me. So the qualifying results, Vlad Tokarev on pole with a 142.486, right behind him. A full second is Craig Broadbent, James Delaney with a 143.665. As we saw, just snuck in a P3 there. Matt Collins in a P4. Then we had David Baker in the top 5. He'll be happy with that. And Eric Chandra from Indonesia behind him. Harrison Tebb, not much track time for him, not much practice. Starting in P7, Matthew Pritchard in P8. James Spotto in 9, Gabriel Nunes in 10. Let's see who the bottom half is. That's Brad Mays in 11, starting in the Ford. Daniel Walsh just joins in. Andrew Shilari, one of our rookies racing from here at Entertainment Park, will be starting in P13. Braden struggling to get a solid time in there ahead of Ludwig Askinas and Scott Flack, another one who probably struggled with the track limits tonight. But that won't matter. We're about to go into race 1 as we start our round 2 of the V8 Championship for 2023.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, welcome back. It's race 1. We're ready to go. Round 2 at Melbourne GP circuit. 11 laps this one, 20 minutes long. And the boys have got 1 minute to grid up. Getting ready, as you can see them popping on the screen right now. Okay, we've got Vlad Tokarev in P1 in the bright red Mustang there for Milwaukee. As the countdown is on, the grid's pretty big, 16 cars with us tonight. Watch Scott Flack from the back, he'll be making his way forward, guaranteed. Here we go, watching the lights. When the lights go out, we're go, go, go. And here we are. Oh, Vlad not getting the best of starts. James Delaney splits the two right up the middle. Got the inside line. Will he take turn one ahead of Vlad? Yes, it is on the wide shot. They all settle in. Eric Chandler right on the back of David Baker there, who looks like he got a bit of a slow start. Go back up the front. James Delaney holding out ahead of Vlad. James Delaney driving for Servers Australia. Craig Broadbent settles into P3 there. Who else have we got? We've got Matt Collins, Harrison Tebb and James Spoto in that order. David Baker slots into P3. Eric Chandler's still behind him. See a big rush getting towards the front. Someone hit the back of the wall there right behind. Oh, it's David Baker getting right up close. He's rubbing shoulders already. Moving up into 6. He wants to make it stick. He gets the brakes on hard for this one. Really takes that turn really well. That's 9 and 10 moving up into turn 11. This is the second of the altered corners, I think. Yes, it's a lot wider there. So further back, it's Matthew Pritchard in 10. Andrew Shalawi in the other red Milwaukee car. He's in P10. Ludwig behind him in the Red Bull car. Scotty Flack's moved up a couple of spots, now up into P12. And Brad Mays, Braden Pritchard needs to get himself up there. That's not where he wants to be. It's still James Delaney slotting into P1 at the moment. We haven't seen Gabriel Nunes. He's made a couple of mistakes and he's fallen further back. So we go through the field here. Watching up front, James Delaney, quite solid. Only on the second lap, quite a long lap, about a 1:43 as you saw in quali. So don't worry about the lap numbers. These guys have been going for a good 5 minutes and the field's starting to spread out here. James Delaney still dominant end front. P1, Craig Broadbent, Matt Collins right up. Here he goes, will he pop the nose up the inside? Craig's allowing a little bit of room there, but he's got the momentum to take the next left-hander, and that's where he wants to be, and he's secured that position. Matt Collins has to settle back into 4, but here comes Harrison Tebb. Oh, he's got back up the inside as well. See where Broadbent in is. Oh, right behind. We can see Harrison Tebb getting up the inside of Broadbent, so Broadbent's lost a couple of spots. And that's David Baker coming up behind him in P6, sorry, getting away from James Spotter, who's lost another spot to Eric Chandler in the background there. Nice close up of the boys getting through that corner. Craig Broadbent just dropping off a little bit there. David Baker closing in from Entertainment Park, and Pritchard gets up. Oh, I just missed that. Oh, looks like there was something going on, so we'll see if we can spot a replay. We're in replay mode now, watching Pritchard trying to make a move on Oh, it looks like Spotto just lost it a bit, took the spot, but gave the spot back. We'll go back live. It's still James Delaney defending hard up the front. Oh, he gives the spot to Vlad. They come down to start. Lap 4 of 11. Broadbent under fire from Harrison Tebb. You watch Tebb trying to come up the inside. Oh, he settles in as he goes through. Craig too strong in that section. Here comes David Baker and Eric Chandra up the back there from Indonesia. Spotto still in P8. Braden up in the P10 now in the top 10. So too Scotty Flack from pretty much all the way back there in 16. They've come through. Look at Ascanini's. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, it looks like. Brad May's falling further back. First time we've seen him back this year, and that's a beautiful livery he's got there. Really deep metallic burgundy. And Daniel Walsh and Gabriel Nunes still struggling on the Melbourne circuit here. But back up front, it's James Delaney. Just falling a little back behind Vlad now. Got Collins back in sector 1 there at the moment, but that looks like Gabriel Nunes. Collins still in P3. There's a Broadbent still behind him, but we've got Chandra and Baker tussling it out for on lap 4 come 5. Baker quite strong through turn 1 as they go through, collect lap 5 as almost halfway. Vlad James Delaney, Matt Collins still out in front, our series sponsor. Craig Broadbent just behind him, our series defending champion. Scott Flack now up in the 8th. And then mellow yellow tribute livery. Beautiful looking car, that one as well. In between the two Red Bulls of Jane Spoto and Ludwig Ascanini's, who's come up a couple of spots there. I think Braden must have come off a little bit there because Brad Mace is right behind him. Looks like Brad's getting a grips with the car again. First race this year for us at least. As he settles into P11 at the moment. Matthew Pritchard in the Holden falling back. Andrew getting the grips with tyre management in this race. So he's just ahead of Daniel Walsh in P14. With Harrison Tebb. Oh, I wish I knew what happened to him. I'm not too sure if he got a penalty for something. It's the only reason I can think why he's been in, but it looks like he's on the... I can see the white banded tyre, which is the softs. So I'm not too sure if he's just struggling with that at the moment. So we go back up front. It's still James Delaney ahead of Matt Collins. Broadbent Baker under fire now from Eric Chandra from Indonesia. He gets the job done through turn 1, lap 6. Trying to get the position back. Just trying to look after his tyres as well. Just David Baker on screen at the moment. Oh, just gone wide, run out of brakes there in the turn. Hopefully he won't lose them. It still looks like it's Vlad Tokarev from Russia. Did a bit of research on Vlad Tokarev. It looks like he's been racing with the top 30 sim racers in the world, so quite a popular name overseas, not so much on this side of the globe, but he's definitely showing us why he's in the top 30 as he takes us through lap 7 ahead of James Delaney, who's a very strong competitor. Those three are quite consistent. Will we see Eric Chandra make some gains once he's got past David Baker from Entertainment Park? They're all about a 4-second gap. The closest one would be Spotto and Scott Flack. And here it is. James Spotto, just getting loose there. We just saw him get on the ripple, and this is he's doing everything he can to defend. Car's starting to bounce around now. These tracks nice and smooth. They got rid of the tight right-hander. Now it's one big, let's just call it one straight. Under heavy brakes. Black, nice and solid there. Catching a little bit. See the weight transfer of the car, but Spotto takes that section a lot smoother, getting a better exit. Now Scott Flack just a little dot in the background. We're on lap 7. Daniel Walsh retiring out of that race. Pritchard up in the P10. He's also now chasing Ludwig Skinas. Beautiful paint job, sort of Mercedes Petronas-esque colour scheme, but beautifully presented from Interflow Plumbing, one of the sponsors for our other series for British Touring Car. If you're not familiar with that, please check our description. It's like Baker's just come out of pit lane. That wasn't Baker, or was it? Oh, it's Gabriel Nunes coming out of the pits on the yellow banded tyre, struggling on race 1. Oh, Matt Collins up in a P2. Let's see what happened there. That means James Delaney's had an incident. We're in replay mode at the moment, where Matt Collins has taken position 2. Oh yes, I can hear Delaney off into the kitty litter, and there he goes. So we're back live now. James Delaney dropping back into 4th position. He was leading the first couple of laps, now dropping back into 4. Maybe this tyre wear is really telling for this track. That's it. Sorry, we're still on lap 9 of 11. Tokarev leading Matt Collins, our series leader. Ahead of Craig Broadbent, who's coming back on the charge for Collins. He's only got a couple of laps to get that position back and finish in 2nd from Matt Collins. Matt Collins, a very solid driver. These two had a great battle on the last round of last year at Adelaide, and they're continuing it on in the next race at round 2 in Melbourne. both the Grand Prix circuits for Australia. Bring these two boys together. So we'll go through Eric Chandra settling in a P5, so too Baker in 6. Got the whole track to himself there, so he's just got to manage that to the end. James Spotto still under attack from Scotty Flack with the mellow yellow car. Ludwig moving up into P9, and here comes Braden Pritchard. Him bring out your top 10. That's Brad May's beautiful Yanmar power equipment livery. See if we can get up close with this car. This sunshine would definitely look at the reflection on there. That is beautiful. Look at the metallic fleck under there. Oh, that's beautiful, Brad. Well done. Props to your sign team there. Matthew Pritchard settling back into P12. Harrison Tebb, another visit through pit lane. Looks like he's sitting at the end of pit lane. I'll have to get to the bottom of this, what happened to him as he rejoins. Gabriel Nunes moving up into 15 now that Daniel Walsh is retired for this race, and Tokarev pulling out 7 seconds, but the battle is with Collins and Broadbent now. This is what we want to see up the front. Nice battles going on. Craig Broadbent just taking it easy, good tyre management. So we can see how he gets it done. The setting sun in Melbourne. Oh, Craig just walking from getting on the grass there has cost him a bit of space. Just dropped back a little bit there. Yeah, he's got a good run out of the back here. Charging up the back of Matt Collins. Oh, look at the ground he's closed on that. On the back of Matt Collins now, looking back at Craig Broadbent. This is how close it is under. Oh. This is the last lap of the race. Vlad still out in front, Matt Collins. That's James Delaney slipping back. Oh, just getting wide there. Only got half a lap to go to defend against Craig Broadbent, our series champion from 2022. Can he get the job done on the last lap? Lap 11 of 11. Still got about a minute to go to complete this lap. Just got to hit all his markers smoothly. He's got enough time to not make a mistake and finish quite comfortably, but does have the defending champion right behind him, so that puts extra pressure on. He's trying to show the nose of, oh, he's just running wide, and this is going to be a drag race. He's got to get the nose up for the next corner. Do have to go to the front because Vlad's about to cross the line. And that's him crossing the line, but we'll get back to congratulations to Vlad, but this is the battle. Looks like Matt Collins is going to take the second position. Yes, he does, ahead of Craig Broadbent. And that brings James Delaney. And it's Eric Chandra in P5 there. Scott Flack. David Baker dropping off a lot of positions here, but that brings Scott Flack from the back of the grid, P16, right up into P6, and Braden Pritchard getting the final few spots towards the end there. Great job from him, and that's Spoto and David Baker. Well, I can't see Baker on the timing screens. He's back in 12th position. Oh no, it wasn't even Baker. Oh, that was, that might have been Nunes in the mix there in P15. Baker back in 12th. So James Spoto in 8th, Ludwig, Brad Mays, Richard. Gabriel, he's still racing. He's still finishing the lap. Okay, so we'll bring up the final spots there. Boys struggling on the tyres there. We saw a couple of guys come in for so race 1, it was Vlad Tokarev getting the job done out in front ahead of Matt Collins, who held off a late charge from Craig Broadbent. James Delaney finishing in P4, sorry, after looked like he was going to take home second, but that little trip in the grass, these tyres really catching these guys out. James Delaney taking 4th ahead of Eric Chandra. In P5, Scott Flack moving up from 16 to 6. Great job from him. Braden Pritchard just as good. 15 to P7. James Spoto pretty firm there. Finishes just in front of his teammate, Ludwig Askinis. Brad Mays rounds out your top 10. Then we've got Matthew Pritchard. David Baker struggling on the last few laps, losing a few positions there. It looked like he was going to bring home 6, but brings it home in 12th. Andrew Shilari in P13. Harrison Tebb, not too sure what happened there, but Gabriel Nunes and Daniel Walsh rounding out your top of the field. All right, so we've got to set up for race 2, which is going to be double this length. So we might even see 2 pit stops in this race. So stay tuned. We'll be starting race 2 very soon.
Entertainment Park has so much to it.
And we are proud to announce that we have joined forces with this incredible place. They've got simulation cars.
You can choose your own car like a Formula 1.
Or V8 Supercars. And you can choose your own track. I love the mountain. I'm king of the mountain. Not Mount Jewett, Mount Panorama.
Plus, there's an incredible go-kart track. No fumes, no smell.
And it's got a booster button too.
These booster buttons, unlike a video game, they're real. I'll catch you. Beat your fastest lap. Challenge your friends.
Have a feed at the cafe with an unbelievable menu. What? Dessert, coffee, and of course, a fully licensed bar.
10-pin bowling, video games, skills testers, laughs, play area, chill out areas and lounges, DJs and fun music.
It's safe, friendly, and plenty of parking. But some people drive to the city for that.
That's stupid.
Book now at entertainmentpark.com.au. Not just for kids.
Entertainment Park has so much to it.
And we are proud to announce that we have joined forces with this incredible place. They've got simulation cars.
You can choose your own car like a Formula One.
Or V8 Supercars, and you can choose your own track. I love the mountain. I'm king of the mountain. Not Mount Jewett, Mount Panorama.
Plus, there's an incredible go-kart track. No fumes, no smell.
And it's got a booster button too.
These booster buttons, unlike a video game, they're real. I'll catch you. Beat your fastest lap. Challenge your friends.
Have a feed at the cafe with an unbelievable menu. What? Dessert, coffee, and of course, a fully licensed bar.
10-pin bowling, video games, skills testers, laughs, play area, chill out areas and lounges, DJs and fun music.
It's safe, friendly, and plenty of parking. But some people drive to the city for that.
That's stupid.
Book now at entertainmentpark.com.au. Not just for kids.
Okay, welcome back. Race 2, 23 laps. These boys are ready to go. All I could talk about was the tyre wear unexpected in that series. So we'll see where they line up for race 2. It's going to be Gabriel Nunes at the front with Harrison Tebb next to him, Andrew Chilori in 3, David Baker starts in P4. He'll be looking forward to that. Matthew Pritchard right behind them. Him, Brad Mays, Ludwig Ascaninis. James Spoto in 8. Braden Pritchard, Scott Flack on the 4th row, Eric Chandra, James Delaney in the Service Australia blue car, Craig Broadbent. Here we go. They're off again. Oh, someone just got clipped from the back there. Someone going wide there. That was Gabriel. No, not Gabriel. That looked like Andrew Chilori there. But it's Harrison Ted taking charge at the front with Gabriel Nunes and David Baker. Matthew Collins already up into P8 from the second back of the grid. Craig Broadbent getting stuck there. There's some movement in the back here. Oh, massive moment there for Andrew, one of our rookies. Just see what happened there. Oh, just gets loose in the grass, tries to go, oh, just lights it up too early. And that's what happened. Oh, James Delaney having a shocker, getting caught up in the wing there. We're back live now. Harrison Tebb still out in front. Looks like he's out on his own with Nunes right behind him, and this is David Baker. Coming around the outside, Nunes braking early. Two different lines there. Just saw Matt Collins go off. See what happens there. We're in replay, big charge down the brake. Matthew Pritchard going wide. Braden coming around and just clipping. All three boys crashing into each other, a bit messy there. But we're back live as David Baker's up into P2. Gabriel Nunes defending against James Spoto into turn 1. Spoto just locking up the tyres. Pritchard licking his lips going, oh, what's going to happen? Oh, this is going to be messy. Gabriel Nunes getting caught up in there. We'll go back and see what happened. Follow Nunes. See what happened. Just come across all the drivers there. Unfortunately, looks like James Spoto got caught up in that one. All right, the front's starting to spread out. Pritchard back in P3. Here's the group. This is the one to watch. Matthew Collins chasing down Pritchard. Willie duck up on the inside. There's Vlad Tokarev as well from Russia in P5 at the moment. Oh, Craig Broadbent's in this mix as well. Oh, someone's just gone wide. That's Matt Pritchard. Here's Craig Broadbent. He knows that's one position he doesn't have to worry about, but he's got Vlad and Matt Collins, two strong drivers. 23 laps this one, very long. We're going to see pit stops happening. He's also got Scott Flack behind him as well. We'll go back, watch in front. Look at that line. I don't know how James Delaney is up there so quickly as well, but he is slotted in behind Matthew Pritchard there. We've got two Pritchards in there, the other down in a P11. See them all charging down into turn 1, lap 3. Broadbent nice and smooth there. He's got Scott Flack right behind him now. This is a battle for P5 and 6. All Indian file as they head in. Turn 3. Really, corner just turns in on itself, so you really have to take it easy. Then it's another left-hander. This right-hander is kind of sweeping. You could take it full, but if the tyres, you want to look after your tyres, you need to just back it off a little bit. Then they get into a little braking zone and we go into the new section. It looked like Collins just broke a bit late there, but they all get through. Pritchard and On board with James Delaney, trying to get through Matt Pritchard at the moment. Finished 4th in race 1. Getting in the draft. Will he pull out under brakes? Yes, he's trying to. Oh, gets up next to Pritchard there. It's Collins. Ahead of this master group here. This will be the group to watch throughout the race. Ted's got a good head start and he's a very accomplished driver, so too David Baker. Charging down Harrison Tebb. This is for position. That's on board with David Baker on the insert there, driver cam. Ooh, taking that turn nice and smoothly, gaining on the back of Harrison Tebb there for position 1. Wow. They're just getting a bit loose on that one. We can see the group charging up behind, but this is for the lead up front. You can see on the split screens that Delaney's still behind Pritchard. He'll get him on the inside here, I think. Matthew just going slightly wide there, but no, Delaney just tucks in. Doesn't want to make too much of it, looking after his tyres. He knows how bad they are after race 1. So he's decided against it through here. And Baker's got the job done on Tebb up front. So he's taken the lead on lap 4. Not too sure if we can see how we got it done. Got him up on the inside, but he's gone right round the outside of Harrison Tebb there. That's a drag race down the next left-hander, and that's advantage to David Baker, just slotting in quite nicely. All right, we're going back live now. Harrison Tebb dropping back off Baker, falling into the clutches of Matt Collins, and it's, oh, this is an elite group up the front now. We started the race with the reverse results of race 1. So the guys making their way to the front. Eric Chandra doing all he can to make his way, bridge this gap and get away. But Delaney's also got the job done on Matthew Pritchard there. So Pritchard just wants to hold on to Delaney, follow him all the way to the front. Brad Mays right behind. Trying to keep in touch with the drivers in front as well. This looks exciting. I can't wait for this to unfold right in front of our eyes. Collins on Tebb now. Oh, they come together. Oh, I'm not too sure what happened there. Let's go back and have a look if we can. See Collins coming up on the inside. Oh, he's just come across to take the line. Oh, he's just off into the grass there, so Tebb will continue through. Collins will have to regroup. I'd say that was on Collins. Looks like Tebb's pulled out, so... Now we can see Vlad in P2 chasing down Baker, our race leader. He's just got to keep his head down now, concentrate for the next 17 laps. Looks like we've got Chandra coming up in P5 as well. He's in the mix as well, as we've got Tokarev at the front of the train charging down. David Baker, watch the gaps fall on the leaderboard on the left-hand side there. Again, we'd like to thank our major sponsor, MJ Build Constructions, for supplying the prize money for round 2, $100, $50 going out to the winner of the round, $30 going to second, and $20 going to third. This is for the lead. That's David Baker out in front now. Lad right up the back of Baker now. This is what it looks like chasing down for the lead. Oh, Baker just locking up the insides there. Oh, touching the brakes mid-corner. Not too sure what that's about. Bit of trail braking there. Maybe he just overshot it. Lad not making much ground, but he does under brakes. Look how much stronger he is under brakes. Caught him unaware. And here comes Craig Broadbent now making a charge as well. He doesn't know where to look, whether he should be looking in his windscreen or his rear vision mirror. Oh, but that's Broadbent. Whatever line Vlad takes, Broadbent's going to take the opposite, get the job done. He's managed to hold off for now. Look at this for the lead. David Baker right out in front now. He's got Vlad right behind him. Will he get the inside job? Oh. Look at the weight transfer through there. Vlad taking a nicer line side by side. David Baker's got the inside line. Oh, he's done the switch, but David Baker's come back across now to defend it. He's locked up, he's out of position. Vlad's just got to stay. Baker's defending strong out the front here for lap 7. Still locking up, he's not going to survive if he keeps doing that. And here comes Eric Chandra, Scott Flack and James Delaney. That's going to make a big group for the race win here. But it's all developing here. We're only lap 7 at 23. Baker coming right across to defend. Looks like Vlad will get the job done. So too Broadbent going through, and here comes Chandra as well. Can't afford to lose too many spots. He's gone from 1st to 4th at the moment, almost 5th. And here comes James Delaney. That's Scott Flack right behind him as well. Still on board with David Baker, looking back at Scott Flack, watching all the lines. He's going to try and move on him. He's trying different lines. Baker really struggling on old tyres now. That's James Delaney through. Baker just got to look after those tyres. He's got a long race. He doesn't want to make 2 stops in the one race because here comes Pritchard. So it's up to Broadbent now to chase down our Russian Vlad Tokarev. Craig Broadbent got the fastest lap of the race at the moment with a 1:45.564. Like to see if these guys are planning on a 2-stop or just a 1. We know Craig Broadbent won the series yesterday because he was, last year I should say, because he's been very good on his tyres. Carries the orange number 1 for defending champion as he comes through onto the main straight, charging down Vlad Tokarev. And see the gap on the timing screen is 0.6, and that's what it looks like in real life. Sort of missing turn 1 apex there, but that gave him Gave him a better run through there, trying to decrease the gap there to Vlad, but these two are pretty identical. Not too sure if they're just in conservation mode. See Matt Collins back in P7 now, recovering from that earlier incident. He's right behind Matt Pritchard as well. Further back in P8, it's Brad Mays ahead, and here comes Braden Pritchard behind him. James Spoto in the top 10. Ludwig Skinas in 11. David Baker dropping back down in P12 once again. It looks like he's pitted after that earlier stint, so it looks like he's on a two-stopper for this one. Means he can charge as hard as he can for the whole lot, but he's going to have to make up for that long pit lane, which isn't going to help him at all. Gabriel Nunes circulating in P13, ahead of our rookie in P14. Andrew Chilawi is racing with us from Entertainment Park here in Bankstown. And he's just ahead of, well, Harrison Tebbs retired after that incident there. So this P2 right down to P7 up the main straight. No, this is for the lead, I should say. I'm going to quickly see if we can... Oh, Vlad's struggling. Look at this. Those tyres are melted. Almost melted off the car at the moment. Chandra wanting to say hello. I think I'll take P2 for now. Vlad's tyres are really hot at the moment. That spin would have heated them up. Going to take him half a lap to get them back under control. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops into the pits for another set of tyres. It looks like he's lost a spot and then starting to lock up now. So he needs to move his brake bias a bit further forward, or those tyres are just too toast, which need replacing. I'll actually see what tyre compounds these guys are on at the moment. So the front half of the field are on softs. Our only hard tyre is, I think that's Braden Pritchard. And then Spoto, Askinas and Collins gone to the hard as well. And Baker gone to softs because he's going to be doing a two-stopper at the moment. Okay, so if we're looking at pit stops, the undercut would be in the next lap or so, as Broadbent now out in front with 3-second gap can really pick and choose when he wants to get those new rubbers in. Should keep an eye on whether see Vlad pop into pits this lap. No, he's going to stay out there for another one. James Delaney right behind them as well. So the race spreading out a little bit, but let's just see if anyone tries the undercut. Vlad would benefit with an undercut right about now. Really depends where they're going to rejoin the track and whether they come into traffic or not as to whether they will choose to pit now. But I'm gathering they want to do halfway. Some guys may want to ride hards and take us right through to lap 23 without a new set of tyres, but that's asking a lot of the car and their driving capabilities. So very skillful if they do that. We'll see if anyone's been through the pit lane at the moment. You can see Baker, Nunes and Chilawi have come through as this is a fight for P2 now. Eric Chandra from Indonesia fights Vlad Tokarev from Russia. And our Aussie from New South Wales is out in front, Craig Broadbent. In the Race Tech Steel entry. Pulling that gap out now to 4.5 seconds as these two have a nice dogfight for P2. James Delaney's made his way all the way back. We saw him earlier involved in that accident. Car landing on the back half of the car. He's already back up into P4. Chandra just struggling to turn the car there. We see them dipping the brakes on before they turn, getting the weight to the front. See the front of the car just dipping down hard. Will they come into the pits this lap? Oh, no, they're all deciding to battle it out, slow themselves down as they're Last lap, Vlad Tokarev was a 150 and Eric Chandra was a 147. We'll see what they are. Yeah, they're all 148s at the moment. James Delaney, I'd say, is exactly the same, if not a bit quicker, because we can see the gap closing down on the bunch now. Scott Flack into the pits. I can see, so he's in free set lap 12. That's about right. That brings Brad Mays up into P6, so too Braden Pritchard. Sorry, not Braden, Matthew Pritchard into P5. After a few tweaks with his simulator at home, he's doing really well. Still solid at, towards the end of the race here. Oh, Chandra just going wide there, unable to slow the car up. These tyres are definitely gone. He'll be in this lap, he has to. He doesn't want to lose, he's just lost 2 positions. He's not going to lose any more, because Scott Flack has been in the pits already without mistake. He sacrificed the run down pit lane, and now he's going to be charging back up. So watch Scott Flack's timing sheets as David Baker has the fastest lap of the race with a 145 flat. So he's on a charge at the back of the field here now. Matt Collins, where's he? He's up in P11 at the moment. So it's still Craig Broadbent. There he is up front. Will Broadbent coming in the pits? This will be a good time. Yes, he does. He dips into the pit lane. I'm sure Vlad's going to follow him as well. No, he's going to stay out, do the overcut, if that's even a thing. I don't think so at this track. But Eric Chandra's coming back in too. So it's going to be Vlad and Delaney. Your top 2, race 13, halfway, just over halfway now. That's Matthew Pritchard up into P3. Craig Broadbent is out on the lane now, so everyone else is in pit lane. Chandra coming through the lane. Brad Mays as well. He's coming in for his boots. Spotto, or is that Ludwig? Oh, look, Ludwig's. Oh, look at this bunch. That's Eric Chandra coming out on cold tyres. He's not going to be in contention here. He's got the traction to get past Ludwig Askinis. And Chandra moves up into 8. Scott Flack settles behind Matt Collins for P6 and 7. And that's Braden Pritchard up in front here, so we'll follow him for a little bit. He's joined us from Entertainment Park in Bankstown as well, so he's racing on one of our full motion sims, SimWorks V2 with triple 43-inch screens. We'll have to bring us some footage of inside the complex so you can come and join us anytime you want and race with us on this track in these cars with our sims. As Braden just falls further back, he knows he's on older tyres. He's got one red bar left on his front left, so that's hurting him now. He knows that, so we'll probably see him come into the pits. We're on now with Scott Flack. That's Chandra up the inside. Gets the job done, just squeezes through, moves up into P6. Relegating Flack back to 7, but that's okay. Flack's a season campaigner. He'll just settle in here. Oh, Collins switching. Will he dip in the lane? Because we know Chandra's got new tyres. Oh, Flack getting a better drive out down the line. And he's got the draft of Collins, and he'll get a better braking. Collins very strong. Is that James Delaney up in front? No, it can't be. Yes, it is. That's James Delaney out in front. He's still out on his original set of tyres, so he hasn't changed. These guys are just eating him for breakfast. He's just nursing this car around the track for one more lap. He should have come in a lap ago. He's still out there. He's doing the job okay. For now, the guys aren't really putting too much pressure on. a yellow in sector 3. Flat out in front. No, that's and Gabriel Nunes right behind him. Gabriel back in P14 at the moment, so he's being lapped. Really struggling tonight in the V8. Craig Broadbent coming up behind him. He's got 13 seconds back. Tokarev yet to pit. He's going to have to get the job done. He's going to have to take it to the end. That means 8 laps, so it's 13 laps down. Let's see what the timing is at the moment. Vlad crossed the line with a 147. What's Craig going to do on the new set? A 44, so he's chewed up 3 seconds and taken the fastest lap of the race with a 144.3. James Delaney crosses it with a 148, so not too bad, but these guys are going to do it on old tyres. So towards the end of the race, these guys are going to fall off, I would imagine, but let's see how well they're going to look after these tyres for the whole lap. For the whole length of the race, I should say. So Vlad's got a race win in race 1, and he's currently leading race 2 at the moment. It's a 40-minute race with 8 laps to go. Delaney throwing down purple sectors. That's why he's still ahead of Chandra, who's just stacked it in the back. Looks like he clipped it on one of the curbs there. He's got the inside right, but has he gone too wide? Oh, he's just hit the grass. It's hard to control from there, and he's just hit the wall. Front end in, he's gone. We're back live now, and he's settled back into... Where is he now? Chandra. He's back into P7. Baker back up into P6. That means Scott Flack settling in quite well, and that's the new fastest lap from James Delaney. How does he do it? Let's see if I've missed a pit stop that he's come in and actually changed those tyres. He has. My apologies. He has changed the rubber. It's Matt Collins who hasn't come in, and he's the one that's going to be struggling later on. So too Craig Broadbent. Broadbent's been in. Okay, so bit of a glitch there. So we did see Broadbent come in, but it hasn't registered. So Tokarev definitely hasn't come in with 13 seconds down, and the gap now is down to... What's the gap now? Down to, well, it's blown out to 7 seconds, so maybe he has... Oh, Gabriel Nunes done exactly what Chandra did, right in front of Vlad. Just watch what happened with Gabriel Nunes, and this is how it happened. Oh, great job to avoid that one. As Vlad takes us around lap 16 of 23. Thought Broadbent was catching, which he is on this lap. There's gaps down to 6 seconds, and he did take a 3-second chunk out of the last lap, but it could be Broadbent that's made a mistake and lost a lot of time as it crosses the line with a 145. So he's still taking another 3 seconds off. Oh, sorry, the gap was 13 seconds. Now it's down to 5. So he's still making those 3-second a lap gains. So too Delaney in P3 and Flacky Boy in P4. Great job from him. Matt Collins is going to do it hard back in P5 at the moment. I don't think I saw him pit, and the yellows are the hard compound. He's probably going to want to take those hard compounds right to the end, as we see Gabriel Nunes just behind him now. Chanter and Baker, this is a close one for P6. James Spoto further back in P8. Pritchard just got his teammate again, Ludwig Eskinas in P9. So just confirming, what are we watching here? Nothing. Ludwig Eskinas is from Lithuania, so he's driving with us from Lithuania. So all our Lithuanian viewers, we welcome you and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. We're watching Craig Broadbent, defending champion, out in front. Out in P2, trying to chase down Vlad Tokarev. Gap now down to 2.5 seconds. There it is. We can see the person in front just bringing up the dust. Great shot there. Let's go through the switchback. That's Andrew Chilari. Just in front there. Alright, so this is closing the gap with Vlad out in front. I don't think he's going to hold out the next 5 laps in front of our defending champion, and James Delaney doing a great job to keep the car in P3 at the moment. Scott Flack further back and Matt Collins behind him. Five laps to go, and this will be a nice battle. Craig Broadbent charging hard, finishing P3 in the first race. So if Vlad falls further back, Craig could have a chance to take the first prize of $50 away from Vlad at the moment, but we need James Delaney to get up in there and push Vlad back further back into P3. But till now, it's still Vlad out in front, defending hard on his same set of tyres. This tactic's not probably going to work for him tonight for the win, but it's definitely keeping him up the front out of trouble. We're on board now with Craig Broadbent chasing down Vlad out in front. This is for the lead. See how smooth they are through the turns. You can see the gears that he's using up the inside. Will he get it done? Oh, he's poked the nose. Oh, he's probably going to get it done at the end of this straight. Craig should have a better drive out of here. Vlad very smooth through there, defending quite hard, so he takes us through the lap 20. He's got to do this for 3 more laps, but I doubt he's going to get it done. Craig's got a lot stronger tyres, so he should get it under brakes nice and solid there. He's doing everything he can to balk Vlad. We know Vlad made a mistake in the first race, which cost him a spot. And so too James Delaney in that one. If he gets a good run out of here, Craig, see how Vlad goes wide. Sixth gear, topping out sixth gear. Oh, on the inside, here we go. It's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Don't let me put the commentator's curse on this one. Oh, there it goes. Under brakes, but has he overshot it? Yes, he has. Oh, he's given the position back. He's got to get back. He's got 3 laps to go, so Vlad kept cool. He just went too hot under brakes there and just lost it, went forward. And that's Vlad taking position 1 back from Craig Broadbent. Broadbent's going to try as hard as he can to get on the back. With a clear track, it's going to be a lot easier. James Delaney posting the fastest lap of the race with a 1:43.946. Matt Collins just behind him. You can see the gap down the main straight. Eric Chandra down in 6th, and that's just taking a lap on Andrew Chilari. Got the guys in the back, David Baker, James Spotto. Spotto trying to get Baker. Will he get it under in turn 1? Trying to get it done. Spotto running wide. No, Baker's just got to settle in now. See what he can do to get the position back. Take back P7 from James Spotto, doing a great job out there. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. You see Spotto just getting wide. Baker should have probably made him pay for that one, but he wasn't close enough, so they remain in position. Ludwig Askinas from Lithuania is right behind him as well. Go back, Braden Pritchard crossing the line in the top 10. Brad Mays for the Yanmar Power Equipment entry coming onto the main straight now for lap 21. Andrew Chilaro's got Eric Chandra in front of him. Gabriel Nunez for GN Racing. Up into P13, Matthew Pritchard falling back and has also retired from the race. It's up the front as Craig Broadbent. We'll see, he's actually got the job done. I'll see if, come on. Just try and see where he got it done. Oh, and Vlad just ran wide and that was just enough for him to get the job done. Just locking up there. He didn't take the inside because he saw Broadbent was there taking it. And that's how he's moved up into P1. Now he's stretching away now. Craig Broadbent back out in front ahead of Vlad Tokarev. And where is James Delaney? James Delaney's in sight, but we've only got 1.5 laps to go, so I'm not too sure if he's going to get the job done. Scott Flack up into P4 now. And that gives Matt Collins P5. Chandra in 6 and Spotto ahead of Baker now, who's just dropped off a little bit further back, and that's his teammate Ludwig Askinas, James Spotto's teammate, the 2 Red Bulls. That's Baker in a Red Bull sandwich there. He won't like that one, being a Ford fan through and through. But up the front, Craig Broadbent now stretching away just under 2 seconds with just over a lap to go. James Delaney still with that fastest lap of the race at 1:43.9 is following in P3. Not sure if that's Vlad. Yes, that's okay. So I lied. Like, oh, James almost losing it there, but Vlad's fallen back into the clutches of James. If this happens, and Broadbent stays out in front and Delaney gets Vlad, then it'll be round win to Craig Broadbent, as Craig Broadbent and Vlad will finish on the same points, but whoever wins the feature race, or whoever gets a better position in the feature race, will take the round. And looks like he'll get it done in half a lap, but this is the last lap, so he needs to get it done soon. This is our closest race on track at the moment. So I'm looking through the timesheets. We've also got Baker and Askins. Askina's crossing the line. They've got the white flag. That's the yellow. 1 lap to go. Oh, just pulled away right at the last minute. Spotto almost got it done. Here's Delaney up on the inside now. That's Delaney getting through on P2. That relegates Vlad Tokarev from Russia down into P3. Unfortunately, a fantastic job on the same set of tyres, to be honest. And he's still pulling 147s, 148s, when Delaney just posted a 145 on that last lap. So he definitely put his head down and got that gap out. Was looking Craig Broadbent taking the last couple of corners as he comes around to take the race and round win. Craig Broadbent, defending champion, takes round 2 and takes home first prize with a $50 paycheck. And that's James Delaney and Vlad Tokarev in P3. P4 will be Scott Flack, come around the final corner, and in the distance is Matthew Collins and Eric Chandra from Indonesia. That leaves Spotto coming around the last couple of corners down the main straight here to take P7 in the Red Bull Holden Racing Team, Shane Van Gisbergen livery. That's the checkered flag for James Spotto. Ludwig, his teammate, takes the position from David Baker, and he'll take P9 ahead of David Baker. In Ludwig will take P8, and then it's Baker in P9. Braden Pritchard coming around the track now to finish in the top 10. Very tough racing tonight. These guys are on fire, and the guys who are normally pretty good are struggling on the tyres tonight. One of the best liveries out there for Braden Pritchard in the Ford Mustang GT. And he crosses the line in P10. Congratulations to him. That leaves Brad Mays, another beautiful livery as well, as I mentioned before. For Power Equipment, Yanmar. Cross the line in P11. Congratulations to you, Brad. Andrew Chilari. Great effort for him. He's our rookie for tonight from Entertainment Park, doing a fantastic job. I'm sure he'll be back. He's got the bug, and he'll be collecting P12. Eric Chandra already crossing the line. Wait, no. Okay, so Eric doing doughies while people are still trying to cross the line. Oh, nice work from Andrew there, just doing a reverse. Now we can take the checkered officially. Congratulations. So final results, Craig Broadbent taking home the round win, number 1 in position 1, ahead of James Delaney in P3. Vlad Tokarev from Russia finishes in P3. P2 for James Delaney, I should say. Scott Flack bringing it home in P4. Matt Collins in P5. Eric Chandra must have made a mistake or so there to finish in P6. James Spotto coming home quite consistent in P7 ahead of his teammate Ludwig Askinis from Lithuania in P8, David Baker in P9, Braden Pritchard P10. Brad Mays in P11, a rookie Andrew Chilari in 12, Gabriel Nunes in 13, really struggled on the circuit here tonight. And Matthew Pritchard retiring early, so too Harrison Tebb after that incident earlier. So that concludes round 2 for the V8 League 2023. Some exciting racing there. If you want to find out when we're racing next, our next round will be at Barbagallo Raceway on the 26th of April. So make sure you tune in there. Hit the subscribe and notifications button to know when we go live for the next stream. We do have a British Touring Car race coming up in a couple of weeks, and that will be at Eastern Creek. So guys are looking forward to that one. On the 12th of April. We also have another league in between, the Champions League, so stay tuned for that. In our description is our Discord channel, so get on there to get all the info, and hopefully you can join us on the next race. Until then, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one.